And ni hao fine Craig.
Ni
Welcome
hao,
back to
Billy
another
Nation.
episode of BPL Chat. We don't have the Discord thing working today, but today I am joined by the usual suspects. We have Riku, London Cobalt.
Greetings.
We have Laura.
Hello.
We have Duchdale.
Hello.
And the worst ball OTP in B League you can own.
I'm literally the best player in the world. Like, I don't hear
That
it.
can't be true. He hasn't been kicked out yet.
True. True.
This is perhaps the least prepared episode of BPL Chat yet.
Dude, these guys were literally
But-
playing ranked games before we were supposed to start.
But we won.
Actively
Well,
playing
you
right.
almost
It would have
lost
been
that
we
more
won.
time.
Junk City.
Yeah,
But we
yeah,
won.
Yeah, we would have been in more time, but Journey decided she just wanted to lose, so I had to swap Arissa. So yeah, we won.
If only
love
you
OTP.
could do that in BPL anyway.
No thanks.
This is, I mean, not much to talk about this week.
This week
But,
is probably the most stable.
I mean,
like normal week.
in
we
terms
could've gotten.
in terms of fixtures, I don't think we have much to talk about. But
This
we have a bit of drama to talk about that happened during the week. But we can start with the fixtures, and I mean, we'll probably start with A League.
Yeah, we can start.
And,
And much, I would say. I feel like most things played out as usual. I did pick out like 2 games I thought were pretty interesting, but anyway, we can also interject and jump in if they have a game they thought was interesting.
I low-key been like out the loop, so because I was on that human sleep schedule for EU.
I
Yeah,
was
you
I was
keep
on
track of them all now.
vacation.
Cobalt was on vacation. It was back in just like me just looking through this. Okay, that's fine.
I mean,
Yeah, I
Grim
mean-
Reapers.
I mean, I think the first game we will probably talk about is this one, the Corrupted Guys versus Smokewolf game, casted by me and Jake, funnily enough.
yeah. So I'm just like a bit surprised about it because like I wasn't keeping track too much of this game until I saw the score line and I had to go back and check it out because I'm just
Oh,
like
shit, they got rolled.
they got rolled. And this is like after.
Was it like a roll? Was it like not close?
It was a roll. The Corrupted Guys were missing they were missing Crybaby, so they did not have their main hitgun player, which meant Poyo had to play DPS, and therefore Naktara was forced onto main support, which I mean isn't the ideal for that team.
I guess, but I don't know.
This-
I think you should. like, this thing should be,
Share stream.
somewhat
Share screen. Share screen.
Oh yeah, this registry for the rest of them. I was gonna say, this is like not even a big
Thank
surprise,
you.
but like it was pretty big win overall when this team literally, like, if you remember last week, they got 2-0'd by Camp Half Court, and it was not close
Yeah.
at all.
I mean, I don't know. A League was like pretty stable at first, but I do feel really weird about Smoke Wolves because I feel like on paper they're a really strong roster. Like you have You have Dab, if I remember correctly. You've got Dab, SLP. Like you have these strong players, and it's like I'm not surprised that they did so well. Like at the beginning, granted, one of those were in sealed the deal.
Mhm.
And then like in half court, like I think half court's a good team, but I feel like on paper, Smoke Wolf should be better. Realistically,
Yeah.
they just have higher highs, but to see them get 2-0'd and then they clap back and beat Corrupted Guys who were honestly kind of on a bit of a tear. That was their first loss of the season, and like they beat once more. They beat Grin Reapers, who apparently are good or something, and they 2-1 Chungus Fungus. So like they were on a good kind of roll, and then Smoke Wolves just kind of stopped the momentum
It's kind of the
immediately.
same feeling I had when Smoke was lost to Camp Half Court. It's just like I was very much expecting them to like roll them, and now I'm just like my expectations for both these teams, where I thought were gonna be like the top, have been like a little bit more like displaced. Like I don't know who's gonna actually take the top spot, because I said, well, Camp Half Court, they still have to play Corrupted Guys as well. So I mean, I can see them winning that as well. I feel like for their bracket, everything can be tossed up very, very quickly just from like these performances where like teams are just getting blown out very quickly on a day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
they-
honestly, these are like probably the two of the better teams in this group. I mean, I think most people had one of these two teams towards the top of their like power rankings coming into the season. But yeah, I mean, definitely going to be an interesting one. 'Cause I think we haven't played once more. Yeah, they haven't. No, so that will be a really interesting game. I think when that kind of
That'll-
have
yeah, that'll
Corrupted
be
Guile
true.
played once more. They did win that 2-0. That was week 1, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
I think if they really wanted, they want to win. Corrupted guys want to win against Camp Halfcourt. Otherwise, like if Camp Halfcourt wins as well, by the way, like that puts them back on the board after they like suffered from their first week. I
Yeah.
think suddenly this
I
bracket
mean-
has like shifted out. Like anyone can actually like nab one first or second spot.
yeah, I mean, I did say last week once more were my favourite to get that second seed, and I mean they did have a decent match this week with the Chungus Fungus, admittedly, but I think this will definitely be very interesting for this group. I mean, Green Reaper is obviously sitting tied third with once more now, but I think come end of group they will probably about 5th. They'll be. I reckon Halfcourt will probably manage to take at least top 4 away
Yeah.
from Green Reapers. But
Hey,
we will have to see.
So what's the deal with Grim Reapers? Weren't they supposed to be bad? Why are they
So-
3-1? I'm,
Well,
I'm,
I mean,
I'm confused.
if we look at who they played Corrupted Guys, and then they played Halfcourt during their worst week, and then they played Killer Deal, and then they played Campfire Song Song.
So for
Cut you
yeah,
off.
I
Time
think-
down.
for Grin Reapers, it's just like they're actually like, I mean, like they cleared up like all the opponents, like the easier opponents. I feel in their field, so they got the wins where they needed them. They put themselves in a great spot now, and I mean, like now they have to face their harder match against Smoke Wolves, but like they're already chilling. They're already like in a great spot going forward and going to playoffs.
I am really excited to see the Smoke Wolves Grim Reapers game, just because I feel like it'll like finally cement Grim Reapers like in the power rankings. Because like, you know, if they can take a map, then they're probably a lot more competitive going into playoffs. But if they don't and they just get 2-0, then it's more than likely they just kind of farm the easier teams earlier on,
Yeah.
and now they're just gonna kind of fizzle out depending on how seeding works going into playoffs.
Just playing the better
Yeah.
teams, yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
I mean, like,
oh, you go first,
it's yeah. No, I think especially with this season of BPL, like a lot of the bad teams are like a lot of the really bad teams are just bad, but like some of the worst teams, the teams we thought were worse, are like not actually that bad. And
They're
I think
pretty
a lot of the good teams aren't as good as people think they are as well. Like I think especially with the pool from the start of the season and the sort of the way drafting went, I think like especially in A League, I don't think there's many teams where it's just easy 2-0s. Like you know, like I think any team, especially in Ash, like any team can really beat any team except maybe RMM's team. But
I would
RIP seal the deal.
so sorry. I would agree with the Yuki statement. Like, I think similarly, like I mentioned, like, once more is in the kind of similar situation where they're gonna be facing their harder opponents. They like kind of beat everyone they should have beat it or want to beat, and now like if they can like punch up, because I think I've been overestimating maybe some of these teams that are higher up, like Grice and Wolves and even Halfcourt a bit. So there's a decent chance I feel actually of them like maybe winning and like or punching up, and like they can actually like take a second, third, even a first spot if they play really well.
I mean, I think we'll see a lot more teams probably come into themselves the moment we do enter first to 3.
That's true. So
Probably first to 2 is a format that is really unforgiving, and I mean, I think a team like Halfcourt, for example, will definitely benefit from moving over to first to 3. Obviously, they have started to hit their stride now, but I mean, the moment we hit first to 3, I think this team will be a lot better. And I mean, we'll have to see exactly how like Corrupted Guys. Like, I think Corrupted Guys, obviously, I mean, this was an 0-2, but just bear in mind, like they were without like their star hit scan player and having to play Noctara
that is, yeah,
less
that's a
comfortable role.
pretty fair caveat. That I think also just showed in the gameplay as well.
I really
Yeah.
don't like first to 2. I think first to 2 is so Mickey Mouse. I think like
It
I don't
is
know, like
rough.
reverse sweeps aren't really reverse sweeps. It's just one map. Like I guess they
Yeah.
are, but it's like there's no. I don't know. It's just momentum's like so powerful in first to 2s. Like you win one map and then you go strong into the next
you're
map and there's
super-
just
yeah,
momentum.
I wouldn't
your
even
opponent's
call it
immediate-
momentum.
It's more like
like-
it's more like you're immediately you're back against the door immediately after like losing just like one map,
Yeah.
and like
I mean, you're just constantly on a knife's edge. Like you can't
Mhm.
get you have zero like mistakes available. Very punishing.
Yeah,
So
it's
for
very
teams that are
volatile.
a little bit less consistent. It's like going to be absolutely dreadful, and it's just going to reward the teams that have spent the most time, or are like the most naturally like synergistic off the start.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I think like there's a lot of times where like good players will like distinguish themselves by being able to either in comms or just like in the way they play it, just make a Stop fucking eating crisps, bro, off chips.
bad, my bad, my bad, my
As
bad.
you're munching on fucking. I'm trying to think of it.
First you
I'm
come
joking,
in late, now you're just munching on the chat itself.
Actual fucking unreal person, by the way. Cobalt. Yeah, I think like there's a big skill in being able to make difference or like make changes depending on what the enemy are doing. And first two just don't really give you that chance or as much. Like you can I don't know. I've seen a lot of series get reverse swept or like the momentum like really heavily shifting because the other teams kind of realize like why they're losing and being able to fix that mid series, and it's just you don't get enough time for it in Versa 2, in my opinion.
I think it's just especially volatile as well with like mandatory playtime. Is like
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
Yes.
especially.
if you have players on your team that are a bit weaker than others, like you if even if you win and you get that like that first bit of momentum, there's a chance you just lose off of having weaker players, weaker map, like whatever. And especially with bans, right? A lot of these teams this season have a lot of like OTPs or borderline OTPs, and it's like you can just yeah.
Shout out What's Up Dark.
Yuki is right here, by the way. That's all I'm saying.
I literally play every tank in the game. I don't.
Yeah. Having them unlocked does not mean you play them.
You have a Tracer one trick on your team.
And let's just run that lobby on Orisa. Yeah, I don't hear that. So.
But yeah, no, it's like
2 Tracer 1 tricks on that team. Like
And you have Cobalt.
I have
as
2.
well. You have a Weaver one trick, so like it's over.
Actually, we got.
But yeah.
we're all one tricks.
Basically, except Chim.
Yeah.
No, Chim's
if
borderline for AOTV.
If we are done with that group, then we can turn our eyes over to the other group then.
Aspen.
Yeah, this was a pretty
Aspen was not much.
pretty notable week for this group.
Felt
Yeah.
it felt pretty.
I
good.
think
I feel like the one I want to highlight, if you go back to like the week schedule, I think the only thing that I would really want to call is maybe like the Spud Clusters Mirror and Mellows game.
yeah, I did want to look at this game again because this is a game that has really shaken the standings a little bit. Obviously, Spud Clusters are one of the better teams in this group. They have had quite a hard strength of schedule. Obviously, they had Frog on Fire and Primal Pineapple to start the week. The week off, the season off rather. Obviously, then they beat Whoop Shoop in like a relatively close 2-0. We covered that obviously in week 2, and then this game versus Mountain Mallows is a very interesting one because I think
Yeah.
most people, if not, I mean, like I want to say pretty much everyone had, I want to say, Spud coming into this game.
Yeah, I just felt like they
Yeah,
were
I think so
stronger
too.
coming in over Marin. I think it was this is like a match they really needed to win, and I think I thought it would be closest, but like hey, I mean like Marin won it. I just I can't pinpoint
yeah.
like what is like the thing that's holding them back, but it's just like I don't feel like as Spud you should be dropping this one. This is one you need to win.
Yeah, I mean, I think to be fair, another caveat in this one is that I think they were missing both Blob and Cade. So, I mean, obviously, I think it's quite known by now that the Spud team is probably infinitely better when they have Cade in versus when they have Cade out.
Yeah.
And I think their map win rate does reflect that. If I skip ahead to map 2, I believe they don't have, yeah. Okay, they did have Altair ringing for this one as well.
Mhm.
Altair is in chat as well. No offense to Altair, but I think
Yeah,
Cade
he's
and
fucking
Blob are both
bum.
quite good. And then
Yeah.
I'm seeing a Reinhardt here at Marin, which is very interesting.
Kill,
Oh, is
murder.
this the game where like they like decide to roll out Ryan on like New Jung City? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, the thing is, right, like, you talk about, like, strength of schedule, but the thing is, like, they have had a strong schedule, but the thing is, they've played all the upper teams in their group, and the only team they haven't played that's above them is Polaris, which I think would beat them, full roster in or not. So, like, even though they have had a harder schedule, the only team above them that they've beaten is Whoop Troop. So like they're realistically like probably where they're supposed to be in terms of rankings, in my opinion at least.
That
Like,
may be right. I may just like have overestimated them. I thought like looking at them on paper they do better, but maybe I've just been like giving them too much credit.
I mean, as I
they
said,
will get 3 wins in the next coming games, but also the teams I think they've already played and lost to and beaten are also going to get the 3 wins.
Mhm.
So I maybe 1 or 2 places up, but I don't really think they're going to be that much higher than.
I mean, I think when they have full roster, and again, I think this is a team that will benefit moving to first to free format as well. Because if I think if you give these guys time to go into the match, they will take it and be a lot more comfortable in it. I think Penguin should probably be starting most maps for these guys rather than having Agua and Austin in for a map like this. I think Penguin is probably their best support player.
Was Pinecone terrible, by the way?
Pinecone, I'm not too sure, but I think they basically play every tank. Someone in chat might have to correct me.
Wait, does
but,
Pinecone?
Okay, the hero is not ball.
Okay.
Get this man off ball. Whoa. Okay, I like the roll to the mega, but like
Wheeler.
Oh,
That was
You know,
we
disappointing.
mines nothing. Okay.
I think honestly, Marin is just kind of a bit of a wild card, like in general. They've been very hard to pin down, like in terms of power rankings, because like they get 0-2'd by Frogs on Fire, but then they take 2-0 on Polaris, and Polaris is not a bad team by any means. They took a map off Primal, which some people are just calling the best team in the group, if not the A League. So and then yeah, they 2-0 Spud. So it's like Marin just feels like such a wild card. I don't know if it's a consistency issue or if like they just do really well into certain types of teams.
I think unfortunately this might be another team where we have to put a caveat in that availability is a very major issue with these guys.
the optical
I think
crash,
after-
the
after-
optical crash schedule is their greatest
Yeah, I
weakness.
think Wi-Fi did say that the optical crash schedule is
I
very
think
concerning.
I
for
think you
this
can at
team.
least pin them as a team that's going to just be remaining in the upper half. Like they've shown it now with how their match wins, even like it's a bit inconsistent. Like they've had like at least one game won against opponents who I thought were going to be above.
They can
them.
at least,
And I think also like you do with schedules like with BPL with people with bad schedules, you do have to like kind of take that into the skill as a team because you can't just keep going every week. Oh, they should be better, but they don't have X player. Like if you don't have X player, like half the time, that means you're only half as good. You know, like you can't. I think it's sort of a bit of a cope just to go. Oh, we are, we're the best team in A League, but we just don't have our best player half the time. Where you're in the best team half the time, and so that's just how it has to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I think there's a few teams that. I mean, I think Laser's on holiday for a bit now, so they're losing. What's that? Laser's
I
team again?
believe as well. I don't remember.
Primal.
This is a Primal Pineapple.
The Laser Primal.
Primal, yeah.
Pineapple.
Oh, yeah,
but they
that's-
won without
They did
Laser.
I
They
mean,
did
do
win.
have a very good team
Yes.
even without Laser.
They 2-1 Whoop Troop, which like
They were also
does
missing
kind of
other
show.
We'll cover that game in a second.
Oh, are we? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're also missing other members. Like I think maybe Harry was out as well on vacation, or like
Harry couldn't play that game,
Yeah.
but I think just to finish on Marin Mallow quickly, I think whenever they play Wi-Fi Yup Yup, I think this is like a really good roster. I think obviously a lot of people are in agreement that their tank line is probably the weakest part of this team. But I think I think a lot of the core is good enough to play around that. And I mean, Angstein's like a decent Winston, like in Hagen, I'm not too sure about, but they might just be, they'd had higher
Not
in draft.
sure.
evidently
Yeah.
in Hagen or a player Roseland Reinhardt and Junkertown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're actually the best player in the league for doing that.
But
Yeah,
we can go to that. It's not on YouTube yet.
Laser,
but I
tell
will
chat
pull it
who
up.
ranked for you because I also don't know. Or did you not have? it on here?
So I can let you know. So we were on fucking BPL 3, I think.
Weren't you on BPL?
A-League game on BPL 3.
Oh,
yeah.
There was no ringer, so I'm assuming that means it was just Altair on it and Perma.
So they had their backfill come in for this one. They finally got their backfill. They got Fern in for this one.
Is
let me
Fern
get
good?
to
Do
it.
we have the stats?
Fern is one of the better A-League main supports, yes. I mean, it's pretty fair backfield considering they had Nicoletta, who was, I think, 4-3 on lineup. But yeah, I mean, that definitely helped them in here, I think. Obviously, Harry wasn't here, Laser wasn't here, and they had to play, the lineup that people would consider like their weaker DPS lineup for it. But I think this was a really good match to watch. It had a very notable C9, which we can get around to in a second. But
I've heard.
I think just on paper, like Primal is just so strong. Even their quote unquote weaker roster is really
It's still
fucking
very
scary.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like Alphabet Fern Harry is a just cracked out backline. Barry has been walking on water on tank. Unfortunately, Barry just has bad takes on hockey. Go Cats.
I'm not really sure who let Alphabet get away with this draft. To be honest, like
Yeah, no, low-key Alphabet did get away with murder here, and then didn't Altair Laser is still just
Yeah.
even though it's their weaker DPS line, that's still a scary DPS line that is holding up in most of A League.
I mean, didn't an Altair have so much synergy together at this point? I mean, they played together on I don't know how many teams at this point, but I think it is you'd look at this DPS line and you'd expect to see it from probably an upper B League roster, but still, I think really good DPS line.
True.
factual information. Yeah.
All right, where's
Now
the
let's
C9?
yeah.
now
Okay,
let's
actually,
start a serious conversation about memory Overwatch and how they might be a bum.
We
Am I right,
can
Chris?
go to the
show me the
C9 in a
C9
second here.
first.
Yeah, I just want to see the C9.
Let me pull this up since I have your.
Yeah, I will. Sorry, there was like a fucking 10-minute pause in this match as well. So yeah,
Whose
as Liz
internet
said
went out?
in draft, Altair had to pay for more time at a gaming cafe. But
Wait, so the second there's two people in a single
Holy
week that
base.
did that.
Holy
base.
base.
Like brother man went to a gaming cafe and fucking played the game and had to go pay for more time mid match. That is
Oh right, no,
That's
no,
just
you're
aura.
right. I remember now. This C9 is
as Laser was saying in chat though, they did get Alphabet got them for 9K. I think nobody really wanted to fuck about with the event. Is it not true? I mean, that's what people were saying in game chat, Altair. So that's what.
Oh.
Okay, I've
Sorry,
less
Altair,
respect for you now, Altair. I've
Sorry,
less
we're
respect
sorry
for
to spread misinformation. We only care about the highest quality information and truth being shared on Billy Chat.
I've never said a lie in my life. I'm a Reddit truther. What happened then? What was the
Retweet.
lost
Yeah,
my
what's
watch.
the story? Was it your fault or was it somebody else's?
No,
I'll let it play from here.
Let the butterfly play out. This is like
Oh my god, wait a minute. I know what
Yeah,
C9
yeah.
this is. Oh, I don't want to watch it again. I don't want to
Yeah.
watch it again. No.
like they win they're clearly winning the fight. They must have thought once to touch the point, but no.
They see that.
They see
Fern
that.
was magnetic.
Alphabet no reaction, by the way. Literally no
Dude,
reaction.
Fern
Like,
was
Fern-
on cart, and then I think fucking Barry engaged the tractor beam to attract Fern to them, and Fern just couldn't resist the fucking urge and had to walk off cart.
Yeah.
Was it the BAP or the SIG
My-
at the touch point? I feel like either one.
Or-
It looked like Fern was the one on cart, and then walked off to go kill
Fern
Barry
was the
in
one
the one
closest
fight.
to the point. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say that Barry engaged the flex support magnet and called it a day.
Can we replay that quickly? And can I get a little watch of that again? So when do we stop? Oh,
Right.
it's 10
Co-
seconds. We do not touch
Yeah.
cart for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Where is my
Like,
where is everyone? Okay, wrong cart. Wrong
Alphabet is on the
Alpha
angle.
is on the flank.
Big flux. Okay, my Freya.
My DPS looks tagged.
BAP's walking up with the
Oh, I
SIG. I feel like it would have been
This
either
is
SIG or
late.
BAP.
This is corporate greed. This is corporate greed. This is late stage
Yeah.
capitalism right here. We're too greedy and we've forgotten about the fucking valuable things in life. It's the objective. Yeah, that's pretty.
That is genuinely a genuine C9 as well, which is the best thing about it.
That is
Yeah,
exactly
Loki.
what-
I'm just gonna blame Laser and go next.
Yeah, if Laser was there, Laser would have touched.
True.
Can I
This is
get a
true.
retruth?
Yeah.
Yeah. But is a bum? I'm not there on Sunday. They're enjoying the holiday somewhere.
Yeah,
Any
I
ge-
mean, Lick was a good series. I mean,
Otherwise,
I think
outside
other
of,
than-
outside of scene that it was
Other
a
than
good
the
series.
incident,
Yeah.
we played a decently close. I mean, the new junk wasn't as close, but I think my team's going to be undergoing a few changes. Because we're not going to be having Friday for the rest of the season.
They're
Unfortunately,
sending him back.
they killed Friday.
They killed Friday and
they are
shipped him
set-
out.
Dude, they are sending Friday to the military academy, bro.
Friday has to go home and they cannot play, unfortunately. So
Been shot and killed in the streets.
we're sending him
They-
to Cancun.
Are we like getting? Can we get a little league? Who are we eyeing up as replacement?
Can we get Saturday in return?
There is that we're trying stuff, but it's still in negotiations. So
Welcome back, Seyong.
Yeah, say on DPS.
that's something we'll talk about later.
Okay.
But I mean,
Well, yeah. Let's look at the
any-
schedule. See if we have.
Anything else? Anything else in A League?
I feel like we could just move the B. I don't know. Is there anything else from A?
I mean, Frogs on Fire doing well, shocking. I will say, I missed that week. Frogs on Fire losing to Polaris, not something I expected. Is there lore on this? Is there a reason?
not too sure. But
Like-
I mean,
Are there any representatives of Frogs on Fire or Polaris that can say how that happened? Because I'm gonna be real.
Zimriff is in the chat, but
Zimzif, do you know what happened? Well, how did you guys win that? No flame, but like Loki, I had Frogs on Fire on the 2-1.
from what I've heard, I think
Show me the map pool.
Frogs on Fire
Was it-
just played bad. Polaris played really well.
I see.
Hollywood was first, right? I remember particularly. I think they may have banned Devon Hollywood's like their first map. They had like, I think it was Toasty on like Hog for like the first map as like, which they do practice, but like they were at like a
Oh,
bit of an
see, mate.
I mean, Loki,
Wait,
I
I
think
know
like
Loki
Polaris
was-
is still a strong team. I think they're like
Oh, yeah,
even like I think they're a really good team on paper. I was just very surprised to see the Frog because Frogs looked like they were just on a tear, and they also looked like they were just like They just looked so good together. They looked like they played really good Overwatch in all their games previous.
yeah, okay, yeah. Sometimes like these like good bands, they played well on the day as well. I think especially the bands like helped a lot.
2-0 Zephyr. Whew, how did you guys
Yeah.
pull that off?
Yeah, but I mean, the rest of the fixture sort of went as per usual for
Care
this group.
Zephyr.
As
Yeah,
I
nothing
mean,
to know.
Zephyr got 2-0'd, Halfburger got 2-0'd, and yeah, that's it for this group. I think. I don't think. I'm
Have
missing
we
again.
had the A League toilet bowl yet? Has that been a thing?
Zephyr versus Halfburger we have.
We already got that game. This is so sad.
Yeah,
we-
me and Yuki casted this game.
Do we have another
Oh,
group? Wait, is
what
there
again?
a
What
toilet bowl in the
again?
other group, or is it just Seal the Deal versus like everybody?
It would be
Oh.
Seal the Deal versus anybody. I think, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. So, fuck. I want to see Seal the Deal versus fucking Halfburger, man, or Zephyr. Either one works.
I love RMM, but why did we let that? Why did we let RMM?
He's
captain?
gonna go-
RMM, you drafted a B League team.
Guys, why did we let RMM?
I think we went on that one.
RMM,
We went on this
RMM
tirade, but
literally
we're going against
brought
tired again.
League to A League. But RMM was like, I'm gonna bring my B League team to A League, and we're finding stuff out. That's all.
We might need to have conversations about this after, but
What conversation? There's nothing that can be said, bro.
I think
the
we said-
B Leaguers broke out.
the streets are saying there might be a Zephyr Seal the Deal scrim happening tonight.
Is this real? Can we get prod on that?
Can we get bro?
Can we get prod on this scrim?
If
I will cast that scrim. I will cast that scrim.
If
I
you-
will call Luau right now and cancel scrim if we can get prod on this scrim.
I mean, so you're saying like scrims of you ain't any more disastrous. So like
Like,
that one.
Look,
I mean,
at
look,
RMM, at whoever the captain of Zephyr is, no flame. You guys aren't making playoffs. Let's get this shit going. We need this shit, bro.
hey, look,
what if we took every team that got relegated from playoffs, we just throw them all into like their own gulag playoffs?
Dude, I would be down as fuck to have
Yo,
the
the-
gulag playoffs.
Us, like us versus like
Okay.
Seal the Deal.
Okay,
Like-
yeah, okay, that sounds good, but then we're having still a duel against like a bottom seed.
Bottom league Seagull team, but like it's
Wait,
similar.
Loki,
It's-
that's. I have an idea. After postseason or whatever, while playoffs is happening, the official Billy Chat playoffs for the bottom teams.
Dude, wait,
guys,
Cobalt.
I've started a poll. Guys, just to cut you off, but I've started a poll in Twitch chat of who wins in a match versus Zephyr and Seal the Deal. Imagine first to three scenario, and I want us to talk about this on like here as well. Who do we have winning in a Zephyr versus Seal the Deal match?
I just think Zephyr wins.
I mean,
Like,
I think it's Zephyr.
I think Zephyr
it's
just wins based off just player quality, and I feel like they still have like like the ability to like just win out a series. I don't know like the potential seal deal because they always want to get like 2-0 or like just roll basically.
Wait, laser spinning. We should get the bottom 2 A-League teams to go seeded into B-League playoffs. We need relegation to BPL.
So true.
Yeah.
I was
Dude,
does that mean the bottom? Does that mean the bottom 2 B League teams get sent to C League?
Dude, I would be down as fuck to go.
What's up, dog? Playing with their lives on the line versus a C League team.
Dude, I cannot wait to queue into fucking Serenos, bro. It's gonna be so fire. Cinema.
Me shaking in tears. Me shaking in tears when the Jinx Junkrat is like rolling my team. We will not make it out the storm.
Yeah.
That actually do bring back the slowdown format where you could drop down a bracket. But I mean, people in chat do as well believe that Zephyr would beat Silentio, and that is also my pick. I think, like, I said it earlier.
They just have the better.
I think Zephyr just has the better
the
DPS
better
line, and it
players,
just
the
ends
better team
there.
overall. I feel like even,
Like,
I feel like they did just play better.
Zephyr is a bottom A-League team, like on paper, right? Like just looking at these players, this is a bottom A-League team. If you look at Seal the Deal, that is a mid B-League team.
Like, somebody needs to free Unfeatured. That's all I'm saying. Unfeatured is like
He's-
the jailed, the fucking jailed
He
every
tried his
time.
hardest.
hardest.
bro.
He tried his hardest in the one game that was winnable, but you know, stuff happens.
All
Okay,
right,
Khan-
B-League
Khan-
time?
Khan's-
Anything else?
Yeah, I mean, Khan is sort of spitting and saying that.
Yeah.
I don't.
think
I
Seal the
just
Deal
do not
would
think
be-
so. I think at least top 2, if not top 3 B-League teams beat Seal the Deal.
okay, but-
I think Seal's
but-
kind of just like pizza most.
Bro,
It's kind of like the thing
we
that
said
I
it-
mentioned about before, like where like in precedence, like and like it just kind of plays out where like the team even from the higher like league just like ends up beating out leagues.
I know.
below.
I just don't see a world where Seal the Deal beats like
Bro, I mean,
Aurora,
I've
maybe
if-
Mothmania.
If you
They might
gave-
be able to beat Reprieve, and like I honestly think Blind Music also has a shot versus Seal the Deal. Like
I
low-key.
run that lobby. Okay, yeah, like all I'm saying is I am a A-League tank. I've spread the propaganda, bro. I'm literally like I signed up. I'm 3.3. I'm a draft manipulator, you could call it. I am now
Dude.
3.9. Like
Let's get this shit going.
If you all-star a B-League team and you give them the Requiem treatment of like 2 months pre tournament, I think they could do it.
yeah, I don't know.
I just like no
So
matter
that's
how you
rough.
look at it, they just had more talent to pull from, and I think it's going to end up coming down to mechanics this early on.
Fair enough.
Like if they do not improve for the rest of the season and we see B League improvement, then I think there's that argument. But until then, it's like just the
Yeah.
mechanics difference.
Unfortunately, the top of A, the top of B rather, is just like not that close to the bottom of A. I think. Like, I mean,
We should
I mean, our RMM would happily fit in B League.
It was B-League last season.
Yeah,
Shout out Whipshot Warriors.
but-
Can we get a show match? Can we get a bitty?
I'm down for set up a Billy Billy show match. Let's put this to the test.
The
We
Billy
have the
Billy show
power.
match just is like the dream matchups you never got.
We have the technology.
Between like I don't know, either an all-star like B team or like Mothmania or something versus Seal the Deal.
I don't think Mothmania can pull it off just because like they're not as consistent across the board. But I definitely think like maybe Aurora could pull it off. I fully think Blind Music could pull it off.
I do genuinely think that Boa versus Nurture could go like
I think.
you go
Oh,
first
I
to
mean,
three,
we'll get there.
I think that could genuinely go to 5.
We'll
I
get
think that's a
there.
very close
But
one.
I think Nurture with their new tank is so much
Um,
better.
Yeah, well, when your tank's playing the game 100% of the game, it does get a lot easier, you know? Like, when your tank isn't AFK for, like, 5 seconds of fight, yeah, things get a bit easier, you know? Tennisburg.
It's
Tennisburg.
definitely better. I don't think why not's an upper half of tanks. I like not even like
Yeah, no, I would agree.
So I have a question then. At this point in the season, who would we say the B League All Star team would be?
The All-Star team in B-League?
Yeah.
Like,
So
are we just
we were to
putting
make
we
a
think
hype-
wins or
so if we were
or
to make a
making an
we were to make
All-Star
a hypothetical B League All Star team to play Seal the Deal.
We move Yuki to main role.
Yeah, no,
Well,
but
no.
that's cheap. That is cheap.
No,
You
that-
can't, like,
Best. I mean, it's either for hit scan. There's just no contest.
it's just wait. Exclamation mark Tectonic! Exclamation mark Tectonic!
Oh fuck!
Fucking
Cliff.
no, we were
Jump off
so
a cliff.
close,
Exclamation mark,
man. We were so
exclamation.
close.
then-
Somebody edit the counter.
Okay.
Hang on. I need to pull up B League players now.
Jump off a cliff.
Hang on.
I think it would be.
Kern
Cat
has
doesn't have a
given.
Freya though. I'm
That
just
is true.
gonna-
Kern did
Alright,
drop a good
alright,
list there.
Yukio Salad. I think PJ has a really good
world.
shot. Yeah, I agree with all of that. I think Dawes has a case over Salad, but I also think Tally I think Tally has a very big case just because Tally with a real backline can beat Thanos.
I think Charlie's valid.
I think Tank is the closest raced, to be honest, out of
I mean,
this
I-
on this list.
I think you could have like just me and someone else, and I would just come in for like a map or two.
I think it's like Yuki, Dawes, Tally are top three. I think Salad's really good. I don't think Salad has a case on the All-Star team.
Don't put Dawes in this conversation.
I believe in Dawes. I believe in Dawes.
Dawes a
Alright.
bummer.
Let me cook up a
For-
roster.
I see.
Okay. I'll let Laura go
genuinely
and then I
do
will.
see. I genuinely see a roster like that going, like, having a very good chance if you give them the time to scrim.
I fully think they could beat them. If you can catch up the scrim hours at least a little, I totally think it's doable.
I don't think scrimmage matter that much.
Hang on, who plays
I
one?
think
Who
I
plays
think
one on
scrim-
Seal the Deal? That's the first question. So who's their tank? Is it Riptide?
It's Angelo and Riptide.
Angelo and Riptide. I think that all of those tanks have a very fine shot against them. Who's their hit scan?
Kartik or Bakery.
I'm not familiar with Kartik, but I know that Tech and Bakery are pretty equal. And then Flex DPS would be what?
Vonda, who is basically just
I-
a number one chick.
Oh, never mind.
I
We
think-
can't put Yuki on the All-Star team.
Can't put Yuki on it.
Oh,
Bro,
hey,
what,
Grant.
bro, I play
Oh,
other
hey,
characters, bro. I literally play other characters, bro. Like, I
Somebody-
played Ram last week. I played Malga the week before. I played Doom the week before. Like, I played, like... very... I'm telling you.
I'm
bro.
noticing
Yeah.
a very like continual like trait amongst all those characters. And if you were to Venn diagram them versus Ball, I'm noticing there's a lot of overlap here.
I think the only role that would really be like a diff between the Seal the Deal and the All-Star roster would maybe be support, but it's like RMM is a B League support and Monty is better.
I
IMO.
think
Yeah.
it is.
And then I'm not who's flex support on Seal the Deal?
For the Bakery plays both DPS and support for this role, this team, and I think as Kern said, I mean, if you want the Seal the Deal team to have a chance, you do just bench RMM and play Bakery from out.
I think they're like that backline's probably an improvement over, especially if you're putting RMM on the bench. But like I think especially if you have Baker on the hit scan, then it's pretty equal. Like I said, I'm not super familiar with Kartik. I think the tank matchup is pretty even though. Like Angelo and Riptide are both good, but they're not spectacular by any means. Not for A-League at least.
So are we running official roster? So for 7, would it be Yukino Salad, Tech PJ Wave, Mahir Monty?
I don't think it's Salad. I think it's Tally or Dawes.
You guys are going to include me on the spot when I say this, but
You say anyone from What's Up, Dog, I will shoot you on the spot.
Yo, let's get this on the roster. Luau over PJ. Let's get this shit going.
Let's.
I think Dalai has a case.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait.
no,
Hear me
just-
out.
you wanna just straight up lie.
Guys,
You wanna just
hear
straight up
me.
lie.
I'm
What
about
is this
to
guy
guys.
talking about?
Here's my all-star roster. You guys need help me with building the slot. Okay, we're built. Instead of building a regional roster, we need to build a terrorism roster, a stats line roster. Okay, so we have. So
no,
we
I will
have
build that.
we have Dalai and Mani, Inting backline. We need an Inting tank line. We need Donk. So we have Donk on Ryan as well. No, we have Donk on Ryan. We have Molly Dolly to int with him. We have Carver on Reaper to also int. We need one more DPS to fill out the inting, and this team is not gonna care about the
Luau.
objective.
It's just Luau.
Okay,
It's just
Luau.
man.
We only care
We
about.
take Shredder back from the grave. We bring Shredder back from the dead.
Okay, we only care about the stats line. Fuck the objective. Our B League All-Star roster is going to kill. We don't care about winning. We just need to kill. That would be my All-Star roster. The people will be impressed, not because they lost a series, but because they farmed kills. They are just the best killers in the world. They int like no other. There we go. That's how we win. We win. We win when we lose.
The ape roster.
The ape roster.
Dude, is this are we planning the B League revolt?
Can we set this up? We need to set this up.
I'm down to set this up.
Like, let's get some deals.
Somebody get into
going.
contact with both the All-Star players and RMM to see if we can put this together. At the very least, it would be a good scrim block for Seal the Deal.
This is so fucked up.
Yeah,
You know, this is so fucked
legitimate
up.
talk about some of these death pretend numbers right now.
Yeah.
Such
What
as?
was,
Like- Okay, 1 second. Let me send the link so we can pull this up.
yeah.
But like,
It's like
These
the
are
munching
insane.
list.
Thank you, Munching, for compiling stats.
Yeah,
At Munching, go.
social.
Yeah, thank you, Munchin.
Okay.
So are we just trying to maximize Des per 10?
I think we need to look at final blows as well. Because if
Okay,
they're
well-
able to go high, we need to find the balance,
Well,
right?
let's look at the ratio then. So when it comes to the ratio of it, I'm looking at combined at least. Dude, who let Bubba Wyatt be the top of Final Blows death ratio? Can we like change that? Talent.
Retroactively change that.
Yeah,
I'm
can
not
we
down.
like?
Unfortunately,
Can we
you
stop letting him get
unfortunately
away
can't
with
change the
that?
numbers. You unfortunately can't do that.
Ooh, care Jace, we got to get those numbers up, man.
He's only played like one series, man.
Lock in, lol.
No,
Can we
Um,
talk about Tilted Waffle right now on DPS?
Where is
Real quick.
Tilted?
Okay, I will refrain. Okay, I will refrain because I am on Tilted's team. You guys can say what you want. To say
What
about
happened? What happened?
Can I get Laura? What
Was
happened?
it
I'm
just-
confused.
it. Laura, you played against Tilted actually. You can say what you want to say. Okay.
There we go. We're on week 3.
Oh
here
my
now.
god, 9.26 Des per 10. How?
926.
Holy
What-
shit!
like-
I'm not the last. Let's go.
Wait a minute. Not only that, less than 1 ult per 10 at Tilted Waffle.
I
is
did not think
everything
it was that
okay?
bad. I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Like,
god.
Okay, I mean, like,
I mean,
yes, their Gibraltar was
the
bad,
Gibraltar was
really
really
bad.
rough. I think
like
when we moved to B League, we could talk about it, but like that was a pretty rough like series, especially the Gibraltar.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Tilted only played one map. It was only the Gibraltar.
Yeah, it was also.
Yeah, what else
that was
do we
all-
got?
Like, I mean, the Gibraltar was rough, and that's what you're going to get with numbers like these, because they just don't give a fuck about context. But like, I didn't
yeah.
think it was that bad.
Context is for the weak.
Yeah,
we fuck it, and we ball.
I mean, it's just. I mean, if we want to move to B League, I can talk about that match.
and
Please do.
Actually,
I just have to know.
honestly, in the interest of time, we could actually just start moving on to B League right away.
Let me pull up the combined stats just quickly so we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
take a look at this.
But we will try to get this All Stars thing done. I think
Yeah.
that'd be
We use the Seal the Deal postseason event as a transition. We are great at segues.
Yeah. Yeah. This match. I mean, it's like I don't know what to say really. I don't want to flame people, but it's just like sometimes there's a gap of understanding, and like I think especially on that Gibraltar is really evident. Obviously I'm off row, and obviously I'm balling around the map, so like it does make it harder for my team, but I think it's the NA. I'm gonna call it the NA mind virus, even though half my team is European. Like, we don't need to do stuff all the time. We try to do stuff all the time, and then we just get shot and killed because I haven't. Like, Mothmania's backline was doing a pretty good job at keeping me out, and I just need like 5 seconds where my team's alive just to get in, and then they can start walking in. And they just I don't know. Tilted was just jump peeking Laura, and Laura was just on the ship, just shooting.
Laura, is this true?
I mean, there were a lot of interesting instances during that map where I felt like I was not given any respect at all. and it's like I was playing Ana or something and not Ash, and like they just got 2 taps. But like, I mean, it was just like
Yeah.
your,
And this
your
was
team as a whole walked a lot to like positions to set up, and then they just sat there,
yeah.
and they didn't like respond when we pushed aggressively or anything like that. Like they set up, but like they struggled to adapt to any aggression when they were
Yeah, and like
getting set up.
I don't know, like I mean, most of the team like thought I didn't really agree, but most team was like, oh, it's Diva, we should have banned Diva, but like they were like, oh, Diva's the issue, this is why it's like going so bad. But I'm just like the way that, especially like in the VODs, like I just watched it back, like I wasn't putting the team, I just watched it back. I'm like, I I don't think it is Diva. Like Diva obviously doesn't help, especially like with some of the problems that we're having.
Oh my
Yeah.
Happens.
Look, guys,
The Widow ban was so dumb. I'm sorry, but that one
Where's
was
my soju going?
legitimately
Where's my
the
soju
dumbest
going,
thing.
Wait,
But-
widow ban?
They
Why?
banned
Why?
Widow on Gibraltar. I
Oh
don't.
my
Actually,
god.
actually, I need to know. Did your team
Okay,
get the ban?
okay, no,
your,
no,
your
I
team
will-
got the
I
ban
will-
first, right? On that
I
Gibraltar.
will flame my team over that. I said it in comms 3 times. Don't ban Widow. I'm playing Bull. And
What's
we
up, Doc
banned-
Cosplay? What's up, Doc
We
Cosplay?
banned Widow. I don't. They were like, Laura is going to pick Widow. I was like, if they do pick Widow, like I don't care. Like they please pick Widow into me, you know. But we decided to pick to ban Widow, and then they just played Diva and rolled
I
us.
think this is just the Bubba effect, right? Because I've noticed every time this guy plays a game, like whenever I talk to their teams after when they win, they always talk about like how annoying whatever tank Bubba was on is. And then it's just never actually Bubba, but he's just like perma active. Like he's got really good uptime, if nothing else. And it
Yeah,
just
no
like
idea.
he just
I mean, what are you doing? I mean,
Well,
what
yeah.
are we doing here?
Yeah,
I mean,
Yuki,
I mean,
no.
I kind of was expecting to get healed,
This
but I am
was-
also an NPC. Like
Yeah.
my Ana wasn't high ground there.
Did you ask nicely?
I did ask.
Yeah, this is
But,
this is the support strike they have in
But
rivals. That's for the
to be
people
fair,
like you.
no, that is on me. I did just roll into LOS of them. I kind of expected to.
Yeah.
to have
Whoa,
more help
Potato,
than
what are we
that.
sleeping? Whoa. You can't sleep your allies.
Yeah.
There.
Oh,
Oh,
Yuki!
bro, it's fine. It's fine. Like this, I live. I think. Yeah, I'm fine.
Barely.
I was an half elf, bro.
How does it feel getting slept by console Jesus?
Yeah.
Dude, that is literally
Bro,
console
He's
Jesus.
literally zimming.
Like that
He's
is literally
zimming.
just console Jesus.
Don't even
Like,
say
He's
that.
zimming. He's literally zimming. Bro.
No, he is
Headrummet
like
zimming.
that. That is console Jesus, and I will
John
not have you
Console
disrespect
is
He has
zimming,
him.
bro.
God's touch
John
of console on him,
Console is
okay?
zimming.
Dude, got the one good console player. Kill the rest.
Yeah.
Headrammer gets a pass for being a chiller.
To be fair, like I'm not even like even though this map was horrible, I'm not even that mad over this map because I think the map before, like I
That
don't know how we
the
lost
new
that
question
map.
Vector felt more like something like more in your hands to win.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was close, and like this map wasn't close, and I do think I played fucking terribly on this map, you know, all things considered. But like, bro, I put like clinic on Ram. Like my K at the end of that game was literally insane on first map, and I mean, I'm not like Nagy was like, oh, should I not come because like Nagy hadn't scrimmed with us or anything, and it's like, no, come, you know, like you deserve to play, like you're here, you're on the team, like I'm not gonna say don't come. So
Speaking of
like,
Nagi, how's that been going?
I mean we haven't scrimmed, so
Yeah.
Oh, RIP. Still?
Which, I mean, Nagi
Uh-oh.
was in for the first one, and you almost won. So like, all you
yeah,
things
we
only go up from
almost
there.
won, and
Are things
and
feeling
Nagy played
good?
well. I mean, I think, and I haven't spoken to Potato yet, but I need to. I think it should be Manny in permanently and Nagy and Potato subbing in for each other. I think that's probably the better rotation. And I think I think the no scrims, like we don't really scrim much at all in general, but like the no scrims of Nagy especially was like our backline got a little bit confused on like they played fine, but we had some weird picks. We were just picking some characters, and I was like, I think I said halfway through the map, I'm like, why are we on these? I can't remember what heroes it was. I was like, why are we on these 2 heroes?
What's it like the Juno Kira that like Dawes is saying in chat?
Juno
Was it
Kieran to
Juno
Devo
Kiri?
care.
It might
no,
be
that
Juno
was
Kiri.
I think we.
No, it was Kiri Brig. I think it was Kiri
Oh.
Brig, and I was like, why?
Duh?
Okay, yeah, that would be.
Can we go Lucio or like We go back to the first map.
It's so Brig
No,
can peel the Curie, so
you
Curie
are on
doesn't have to
Juno
TP.
Curie on map 1.
No, we swapped back.
Yeah, Juno Curie into Diva's questionable, but we've addressed that
I
already.
was getting
think-
fucking hate crimed by your team.
I think it was just we were picking characters and just like obviously no scrims and like no experience playing with the team for Nagi. It was just a bit rushed. But
I mean, yeah, it's always gonna be hard having a new player, especially with no practice. Especially
Yeah.
like as with how deep we are into the season now. Like a lot of these teams have already gotten a lot of their
Oh, there you
trends,
go.
a lot of
Yeah,
their
you on
coordination
Curie,
done,
yeah.
and like just having to start from scratch is difficult.
yeah, and like, and I was like, bro, this backline's so bad. It's like, and I get no speed as well, so I can't really walk on anyone. And like, I'm like, bro, I'm trying so hard to. I'm actually mad over this game because like, I was killing so many people every fight. Like, I was killing at least 2 people. I swear, every single fucking fight. No, I'm ranting about this map. Like the second map I played bad. I'll admit that. But this map, I don't know. It's rough.
I'm pretty sure,
not-
yeah,
I'm not
you
like
and
that,
Cheese were like doing some demon time work just to keep this
Yeah,
with
like-
like I think Toasty was like mostly
Yeah,
like trading on the other side.
Yeah.
Toasty had like such an insane series.
Yeah,
for
Toasty.
this.
I agree.
Like,
Yep.
Toasty played incredibly well.
Yeah, I will say Toasty has actually been really impressing me on this Mothmania after so far.
Yeah, I think they stepped up and they're playing pretty. They have Tectonic as a duo, and like obviously Tectonic is no glaze. Tectonic is
Exclamation mark,
very good at-
Tectonic.
Exclamation
Tectonic
mark!
is very good
Tectonic in
at
chat.
Toasty-
No.
Toasty's not looking like a bum next to such a good player, because like especially on some other rosters or like just rosters in general, you have like one really good DPS player and one like maybe not as good but still decent, and they would just look like a bum next to the other person. But like Toasty's really like held their end and looked very good and played as well, if not better than Tectonic on some maps.
Mhm.
So like I think they should be very happy with how they're playing.
I think Toasty's incredibly good at doing their job, and like especially when you have teams that are kind of built
Why are we
around.
on
Like,
Bap? Why didn't realize like is Juno banned? Oh, Juno, why are we not on Juno?
Yeah.
Please pick Juno. Sorry.
no, but like
they didn't get that battle pass. They didn't get that battle
They
pass.
don't have that
get
character
it yet. Yeah.
Never careful at high enough level.
I very much like Tech is literally like Kenny S for these, and that like when he's riding high, he does really well. But like there will be moments where he just gets shut down, and like mentally he can't really recover too well, and it's like you have to have a very consistent DPS to work alongside with that.
I think
Yeah.
as
Yeah, it's
well,
like-
like similarly, the support line has been doing much better.
Ooh,
As well to like prop him the Tech up, like make sure like he can stay in. There's just like even like someone's trying to shut him down. Like a team's like playing just much better. The components that I was worried about the most are playing much better for this roster than just helping like Tech keep up, and also I think even Bubba keep up as well. Just like what he wants to do on the
This
tank.
touch was nasty from me. It meant
Yeah,
nothing. but this was a
it's like
nasty touch
it's
from me.
whenever you have a team built around like one player or two players, like you're not looking for stars in other roles. You're just looking for people who are able to do their job consistently. And I think Mothmania has actually has pieces that do that really well.
Yeah.
I think Toasty's a really good example where they like. It's not like Toasty's like becoming stalker or anything, but Toasty's doing really well, and more importantly, they're doing their job whenever they need to,
Yeah,
which is like
I want to say the
yeah,
similar thing
what
to,
you
like,
need.
to Fairy. Like, there's been like some pretty like nice plays and just like good gameplay out of Fairy to like enable like the players that want to be the stars of this roster.
Nice
Yeah,
play.
I did say this
Enabling.
earlier.
It's main
I
support,
think-
bro. Hold shield, bash the fucking or not
Shut
bash,
the
whip
fuck
shot
up,
the
Big Mom.
dive.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
well, like,
I-
I mean, the series like Fairy's like on like first map like Fairy's on like Juno,
You
and like also like Lucy as well, like just
Dude,
doing
please, like, skip,
Don't go
skip.
back
like it's not the
in.
most, but like doing good.
Sorry, Karen.
Yuki, I heard it was in this CarQ tips and tricks video, but apparently the spawn doors, if you go past them, it puts your health
they
back to
heal me.
full.
I was kind of looking
Yeah.
at my whole
I'll keep
charge.
that on
I
mine
mean,
as well
what
for-
the fuck is that doing? Wait, potatoes thing.
But I
Yeah,
do want to say, as you guys were saying, I think Fairy has been like really good for this roster so far. Like genuinely like one of their more consistent pieces, and I think Fairy definitely deserves a shout.
Yeah,
True.
no,
Uh,
And as Dylan is saying, Fairy can also play flex support, which does help this backline a lot. I think.
No, All I'm saying is I baited in Bubba, and Bubba died for that. So, and then
Always worth.
Okay.
And then so the coach got upwards and got double dink. So,
Dude, okay,
yeah.
what was Tilted cooking with that one?
I do
Loki.
wanna say, I'm soft playing my team, but like it is my fault as much as theirs sometimes because like I really want to say this without sounding egotistical, but like obviously I am off role and like it's sort of like a mental thing where I'm not sort of used to my team not being at the level which I play with at main role. So like I'm kind of expecting like way too much out of my team and then like inting because I expect like everyone to be there. I'm getting healing exactly when I want it and like it just doesn't happen. It's not their fault. It's my fault for not being able to like adjust them. And that does sound so egotistical, but like I don't mean to sound egotistical. If
You heard it here first,
like,
people. Yuki thinks his team is bad.
I mean, they're B League players. Like you know like,
Kill Yuki.
No,
He
but,
just
like,
said himself.
I'm
Kill
not
Yuki.
trying to flame. I'm not trying to flame.
Dude,
I'm not
no
trying to
ego, but
flame.
they're all dog shit except me. Like, what are you saying,
No,
bro?
no. Because I'm not obviously I'm not as good on main role than I am on tank. Like I'm probably like I mean I say I'm an A League tank player, but like even if I was an A League, I'd be low A League, right? Like what I'm saying is like I expect too much. I then don't play perfectly because I'm not as good, obviously, and then like they die for it because I'm not carrying them as much as I should be. Like it goes both ways, and it's not just me going, "Oh, they're too shit and I can't carry them," because that's not what's up. Okay, that's not what's up.
At the risk of staying on this game for too long, I think we should probably move on.
Okay,
Yeah,
I do want to say, and I think
I know
one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
And also Nagy jumping in with no literally never playing with us before played very well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The backline, the comps were completely questionable, but I jumped down to not playing with us. So like, it's completely fine. And the gameplay itself, I think she played like actually quite well. Like I think did fine. It's just if we were on a human backline, like characters wise, for that whole game, we win that map 100%. But we
Guys,
were
do you wanna
just-
move on
Juno's a
now?
real
yeah,
hero.
move on.
So I do wanna move on
So I was
to-
gonna ask I know I put in the document for one game, but I think to maybe like space it out nicely, we can talk about the Ignited Memories versus AR game first, and
we'll
then
get on to that one.
Oh, wait,
but-
so can we say the thing?
Oh no, I want to get on to that one later. But
you
Reprieve
Aw.
Bluff Big Mode was
Oh,
the
okay.
next game that happened after this one.
Sure.
This was, I mean, I want to click was actually quite an important game for the standings, and I mean, two of the better teams in this group, I think. So, I mean, like, yeah, I think this was a decent game. I didn't get to see all of it, but I did get to see the end of this game. And I think Munchin clearly had a pretty good game from what I can tell from what everyone was saying about this game. And I think, I mean, Aiden on this roster is just really good as well. I mean, I'll keep saying it, but this guy's been doing so good on this roster. It's his rookie season as
Yeah.
well.
Tectonic is Bin Laden, Aiden is Gaddafi. That's my analogy. Right, let's go. Sorry.
But
Jeez.
I think Reprieve is definitely going to be like like Foliage himself did say that they're quite sad that they played Mothmania really early.
They're very well
Because, like, yeah, but because Reprieve Mothmania and a 5-3 would be a fucking giga banger now, I think.
Definitely.
True.
I
Yeah.
have them eyed up as like kind of like the big teams to beat now. Like
What the
two,
fuck is the relevance
two of
crosshair?
the best.
Sorry. What the?
Ew!
Yo, maybe this is why you're not hitting shots on Zen, big boss. Like, hello?
Oh
Like-
my god. Wait.
Like,
can
it looks
somebody...
like the Sojinol. It looks like the Sojinol. It actually looks like the Sojinol. Like, you're not on Soja, bro. You're on Lucio. Like,
He says
sorry,
this
it's-
ends
I
now
get
every
so-
second he plays.
I get
Wait,
so
ma-
sidetracked.
Is
but
that the
I
meta?
had
Is that
to point
the
that.
how to hit your shots? Make it look like you're in Sojourner at all times.
I miss all my shots when I'm in Sojinol, so I have it opposite.
But I
Anyway,
mean,
sorry, I got sidetracked.
we're very notable talking about this Bluff Creek roster on this podcast, but I think Bluff Creek, I mean, obviously didn't have the best game here, I think. Obviously, any map they played Donk in, they're not probably going to be favoured because Tally is sort of the star of this roster, and I think most of us can sort of agree on that. Obviously,
Yeah.
Tally was one of the names we put towards the Roll Star or the All Star vote for B League. But I mean, they did win this game, this map, and there is a Zen for Bluff Creek here. Unfortunately, it's not our icon irrelevant.
Dude, where is Irrelevant on Zen? That's
Bring
your
it
best
back.
Zen player.
Bring it back. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
like Yeah, I was gonna expect like maybe Donk to come out like. I mean, the map part did not favor him to like play on like the character he's actually like known for.
I don't think Dunk played that bad either. I think
Yeah, I don't
like,
think he would play that bad. I mean, like he obviously has.
I
Donk
also
looked good on the
Reprieve are just
he
really
looked good on the Orisa, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
It's
he
just
looked
like that's also like one of the only maps you could really play him because as we've said in the past, there's a lot of like dive focused maps right now, and Hazard is like super god Thanos. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you have Tally who is like actually Jesus on Hazard. So, you know, it's
I think
kind of
it's
a
like
shoe in.
the-
Bro, I just want to see Donk do stupid shit on Ryan and get away with it. Like that's the fun part.
I think it's like the B League version of like Max and Junbin, right? Like Max is a really good player, but like Junbin's just like fucking world class, you know. So like I think Dunk is genuinely like not bad, pretty good, but just Tally is just like running the show. Like,
Although, yeah,
when they're in.
I just got
You
a
hear that?
reprieve.
You're-
Why are we banning Kiri on Jib? We
Uh,
know that Tally's gonna be playing Hazard,
I
right?
don't think that. Well, they wouldn't have had first ban coming into the match, and I think that.
Oh,
Uh,
right, ban order.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back to ban screen and just double check who banned.
Yeah,
who
if they
what.
had first ban and they banned Kiri, Loki, they didn't want to win the map.
Bluff,
IMO.
Bluff Creek had first ban here.
Oh yeah, because they okay, that's why. So they probably protect ban the Diva then.
That's my guess here.
Okay,
yeah.
never mind. Y'all are on thin ice. Yeah, that makes sense because like if you're going on Jib, you want to get Tally on Hazard through any means necessary. Even if you gotta like buy somebody Night Rain, you want
Yeah.
Tally on Hazard.
Yeah, so Bluff Creek did ban the Diva to protect the Hazard.
Like why the carry?
We will
I
never-
mean,
they would never fully know.
I guess if you don't know what else to ban, like it's a fine pick because you know they're gonna play the Hazard. I will say Zen Ana is kind of.
So Foliage, you're saying, so I mean, obviously Irrelevant played, so they were going to sub in a flex support, so they knew they'd play double flex support.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
That's
If
okay.
you know that you can't prevent the Hazard, like it just kind of makes sense unless you wanted to like maybe ban Water's Torb, but it's like it's just not really worth at that point. So I totally
That's
No,
understand.
you must care the
Water's
water torb.
No, I
Wait, Water's getting deadly. Water's getting deadly.
We're getting
Get him,
active.
get him. Oh,
Like surely like on this map though, if you're trying to ban out double flex, you ban like Anna. I mean, they
I
didn't
agree.
play
I
the-
do agree that I think maybe Ana's a better ban, but
Maybe,
I
but,
see
it's
why.
Mahir on
No,
Maybe
no,
you kind of want
Yeah.
that though at the same time.
yeah,
want
because you
Mahir
do
on
have
Ana.
Mahir. You do want Mahir on Ana.
I guess, but yeah.
I think it's an uncomfortable spot for your team to be in when it comes
I
to
just
picking
think forcing
bans.
them onto Juno is just really good for you on this map because I think Juno's kind of shite on this map.
Mhm.
You
Like,
think? Nah, it's just kind of true. Juno's kind of
Yeah.
cheeks on this map. Low key,
Juno is just shite.
especially with Hazard on the board, it's just like, yeah, it's horrible.
So like if you ban Anna, you'll force like Kiri Lucio or Juno Kiri, which is like fine, I guess. But like I think Juno's just kind of pants.
It's fine. Y'all won the series. You banned Hazard's next map, which is the right answer, and then 2-0.
Yeah.
So I believe.
Anyways, all I want to take
Yeah,
from this
I
is
mean,
that Yuki is called Donk the max of BPL, so W Glaze run with that team.
Yeah, that's
Exclamation point Max in chat, or not Max. Fuck. Exclamation point Dom.
Elsewhere, Birdwatch did 2-0 jump cut as well, and then I think probably the most notable match of the group was
What's up, Dog Fighting?
finally getting their first match win on the board.
That one image of that guy sitting on the third place podium with like showering himself, that's just like us.
Yeah.
Dude,
Uh,
guy, while
I'll
we're here,
save
I just want
everyone from the broadcast that I ran for that. But yeah, you guys finally fucking got your first match win.
yeah, I would like to say to the people, right? We are LF M5 peak flex flex support.
Yeah,
Beaver,
we
that's
still.
me.
By the way, guys, we
DM
don't have a full
upper
7
details.
players. By the way, guys,
What's up, Doc has yet to get a game with 7 players. LF flex support, please.
That's me, bro. I'll play flexible. Guys.
Dude, we're gonna get Yuki on an ult.
Yeah, bro. Watch
hey, if
out
other
for-
teams gonna do it, why can't we?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Wait.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. What? Huh?
My bad.
If Kitsu, look, let me make this very clear. If our only option, actually, I think Kitsuki Sakai is too high SR.
I'm pretty sure that he's
Low
also
key,
good.
bullet dodged. I mean, what? Who said that? Must have been the wind.
I don't know who we can even get,
Um,
man. I think we're just gonna have
dude.
to run the 6. We're like always shot.
We should get a guaranteed spot in playoffs because we're down a player.
I don't think that's. How,
I
I'm sorry,
mean,
that's not how that
Not
works.
how it works.
with Lich win, Lich does shake up the bottom of the standings and does mean that
It would
the safety of Red Bandit and Camp Jump Hut is now not guaranteed.
kind of it would, but like
And
also like because of our terrible map diff, it still kind of puts us in like that worst position. Even if like they also
Our
have
schedule-
maps.
say that,
I will say
but-
our schedule felt a little rough because like I feel like now that the season's stabilized a bit,
Wait,
we
who you got
have
left to
at
play?
least semi-consistent players. I would much rather be playing like Camp Jump Shot now, but we played them early in the
Yeah.
season. So now
Who
the
you got
only
left to play?
matches
Who
we
you
have
got
left,
to play?
Reprieve and Birdwatch.
I think I've said this before to the team, but let
like-
me get the rundown for like the people here as well. For our team, right? We have to face the harder teams, like some of the other harder teams that are coming up now. Our only winnable game for IMO is like against Bluff Creek. We have like basically like kind of put ourselves in a very difficult position where we need
I
to.
mean,
Like,
Birdwatch should be.
I mean, we could also be Birdwatch.
Bird, I think Birdwatch is totally doable. I mean,
I
if
don't-
we
I
can
don't-
squeak out a win
maybe,
versus
but
Reprieve,
I
I'm
think it's a
down.
bit of a still a dangerous match compared to just
Wait,
facing
can you go back
Bluff
to
Creek.
standings, man?
So I mean, Reprieve will be having limited availability this week, I believe.
Sure, but I think for
Um,
previous
I see.
very much above.
Okay,
But
so what
I
you're
think-
saying is
I
we
think
need
next week as well. I think Birdwatch will not have Dulleye.
Okay, but it's. I mean.
Okay,
that's
but we
fine.
don't want to play them when they don't have Dulleye because that means like they have a player that isn't inting on CD. We need them to have Dulleye.
Well, they won't. They
So,
also,
well,
but also they
say
won't have
that,
Dulleye
but-
coaching because apparently Dulleye is like kind of like basically been like
But
trying to get.
Dulleye is the main IGL for that. The main IGL for that team. Like, I mean, like Dulleye is like the fucking Inter, but like he is
I love
genuinely like
Dulleye.
a really,
I love Dulleye.
really good IGL, and like that is part of the reason why Birdwatch is probably in third right now. Obviously, it is
Wait,
blocked on that diff, but
You guys might be fine though. You guys might be fine. Like, you guys just need to like if Camp Jump Shot don't win any more maps, you guys just need to win 2 maps, and then you're safe.
Winnable.
Like you're at the same record. You just have 1 more map loss. So like either like you obviously you'll lose the tiebreaker in terms of like head to head. But if you win on map diff, then like you literally like if Camp Jump Shot get 2-0'd, like for the rest of the time, which I mean, let's be honest, looking likely. They've played the wicked game. They literally only have the stronger teams in the group left to play. So like, I doubt they're gonna win another map this split or this season. So like, you guys, I don't know, just take a map of Birdwatch, take a map of Bluff Creek, and then you're through. So
I think.
like,
I mean,
it's
also
actually
the-
great.
Yeah,
I mean, the ultimate
the
side,
takeaway though is like I think right now we need to lock in because we're still in like dangerous. We're kind of still in dangerous territory.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something you want to bet on because I don't know, Camp Jump Shot might just
Yeah.
randomly put a win
Like
out
I
on
said,
us,
I
but,
feel
like,
personally like we have to do well against Bluff Creek. Otherwise, it's kind of out of our hands now.
I mean, this match here is probably the ultimate decider for you guys as well
they
because
have to lose.
Yes.
They literally have to lose that match. Yeah,
I mean,
like
if Red Pandas win, then I think Camp Jump Hot might. I mean, if so, it then creates a bit of a circle at the bottom. But I think if Jump Hot win, you would then go ahead. You would then go to 7th because Red Pandas would drop below you.
oh shit, they have the same record as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are actually not like it's winnable. Like it's actually winnable.
It's winnable. And look, 9AX went 1-4 in regular season and then made it to semis. I've been here before.
Jace team's a
Let's-
distance news.
Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit, team.
No.
I mean, they don't have Gen this week, do they?
No, they're still ringing for most.
Jen
of it,
is
so-
Jen is dead for at least I think 2
Yeah,
weeks.
Sila's
You guys might be
still
fine.
staying in for future weeks until he's back.
I think you guys literally just need to pick up some maps, and then you actually might be like kind of fine.
Dude, what is this Luau guy talking about in chat? Can't win with Cobalt on my roster. You need a
Like,
full
true.
roster. You need
Hey,
me.
yo, check,
Without
yo,
me, you don't have a you don't have you don't have a team.
check again. Who have we won maps with, and who have we not won maps with? And then
Luau, this is confirmed. Luau has a 0% win rate in Bad Pachamari League Season 7. 0 map wins. Luau has a 100% pulse bombing the wall
that
rate.
is insane. That's it.
Like, I
Luau
don't know,
also
man.
lost with TCX to me, the main support guy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Noticing.
okay, in the interest of like carrying on, because there's 2 games I do want to hit on, which are the games where like players were lost. I think. Do you want to like move on to maybe like Igniting Memories versus AR High Noon first? Because I feel like we want to talk about the player they lost as well as whatever that Rialto game was.
Dude, there's nothing more to talk about. All right, AR High Noon. It's time to have a heart to heart.
Yeah, there is definitely a conversation that needs to be had after this game.
Oh my god.
How are we losing not one but two maps to the Jace tank?
JPT.
AR,
Losing to
if
JPT.
you
When
even
you're
look-
the
if
tag of this game is when your goat still has it.
AR, if you look even remotely close versus Nurture, each and every one of you will be getting permanently banned from Bad Patch and Mario League. I will
Yeah,
pay
Pillars is
whoever I
like-
need to make it happen. Right? Why are we locking Mercy and then sticking on it? Right? First question.
That's insane.
Second of all, Pigeon, cut.
What happened to
You have a
Pigeon?
brand new DPS.
So
What happened?
as far as we know, Pigeon just
Pitch
does not,
tilted off the face
Pigeon
of
does
the
not
earth.
want to play. So he has left the team. I don't know who is being picked up for the roster in replacements, but they are just down. Arguably one of their like better players that they needed for their roster.
Dude, are we actually having the Requiem argument in chat, guys? Can you at least wait until the fucking Requiem segment, man?
Guys,
like,
we'll get there.
we'll get there, man.
We'll get there. Anyway, wait. Who was the player playing on their ult? Like, what was this? I
On
haven't
their
heard of
what?
it.
Huh? Go? What are you
Someone
asking?
You said something about someone playing on their alt account or on an alt account.
No.
Oh no,
not
it's we'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay. I thought it was this.
Where is this game?
The Requiem
Yeah.
Mafia is currently
What
going
channel is
on in
this I'm
chat.
just trying to pick it up for the feed.
1
what
second.
are we-
Oh
what are we
no,
watching?
I'm on the wrong stream here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I was like, this is A League.
Yeah, because they did 2 separate streams here.
It's so hard sometimes trying to find all the games because they're not like put up on the actual.
Wait,
solid page.
would Requiem beat Seal the Deal? Katyana might have a good point. Fuck no, what are you saying? Listen to yourself.
I still believe like the
We have
disparity
Brown on the
between
zone,
A League
guy.
and B League teams is just not there still.
Bro, where the
Dude.
fuck is this game?
Why are we having this argument now? Katyana,
just-
you're late to the party.
Can we just mute all console players? Like, I don't think console players should ever.
I
but
do think console players should be
look,
killed.
Edon,
This is
you
true.
got
Like-
Yuki on another console run again.
Oh, I'm fucking looking at the wrong thing. That's why. Oh my
Like,
god, I need to be
like,
fucking kidding.
I literally said last week that console players are fucking children. They need to stop fucking whining. And you guys are now in the next fucking episode whining in the chat, bro. Grow the fuck up and stop typing. Holy shit. Actual fucking animals. Like, oh my god.
I will just say what I said before. I still think there is disparity between even the bottom A League team and like top of B. So I just respectfully
where
don't
the
think
fuck-
I don't think it will be like go the way you
Moon,
think it
what
will.
Moon? What are we looking for, bro?
I'm looking for the fucking the fucking Requiem, not the Requiem, the High Noon game.
Yeah,
the
I'm trying to-
Mercy lock.
Did they just purge that from? Did they just purge that from history? I can't find it either.
Dude, it was so bad they purged it from history, man.
Oh, there we go. No, it might be in this stream.
Is
There
it
you go.
BPL too, or is it-
Finally, I found it.
Oh, it's a ban.
Aw.
No.
No, sorry, Foliage. It was BPL 1. You owe us $20 now.
Bro, we are not getting paid any of this.
Sorry, let me rephrase. You owe me $20.
So yeah, we need to start a serious conversation about how we are losing to.
Okay, wait. They call me
M?
M. I gotta interject. Ignite Memories are currently on Kiri fucking Juno. You are on Hazard. Fight should be won off a fucking champ select. What is going on?
Yeah, I mean, let's just look at this. I mean, like how are we losing to this?
Why is
Like,
it every time I saw M on camera, he was blocking?
I'm gonna like fast forward very quickly over just right up.
Oh my god, Jace!
Like
we let Jace get a 4K in the year of our Lord 2025.
Unk still got it. Unk still got
I
it.
still, yeah,
Like-
and even then, like they ignited memories looked a bit lost on this map. They admitted as much as well. They kind of got a little bit lost, but then we go to Rialto, which I'm gonna cut my feed to, and just like now, that map it was just it looked like AR Harden just like did not know what they want to run and just like ran into like Raptor on Zen and
We
we're just
are
like slaughtered.
on.
And Retro and Tracer. and
We
just slaughtered.
are on Wrecking Wheeler plus Mercy in the year of our Lord 2025. We need to have a serious conversation.
Like I feel like
Why are we on Mercy? Why are we allowing Mercy to be picked in our games? This should be considered throwing.
like
Can our resident
I
ball
find- I
expert
find,
talk
like, a
about
map where,
the-
like, maybe like it's like a singular like sightlines so, like the Mercy can't be flanked or some shit and just like your hit can scan. Or
You get
whoever
one
can
fight.
Can spam down. This map is not. I don't think the one you want to be doing it on, even if it's a Meow's.
You get one fight. you get one fight on Mercy for your hit scan to get value. You stick it past that fight, X9, right then and there.
Yeah, kind of. It's just like they looked very just extremely lost. While like the rest of Ignited Memories had their way basically with them, especially Raptor and Retro. Like they were just like again, it was just a big fight for them.
It's like I'm looking at Ignite Memories and I'm looking at just even High Noon's comp, right? Saralee and Raptor are low key just like chilling wherever they want to be, which they should not be allowed to do versus the AR comp here. Like in no world should Anazen just be chilling in the courtyard.
Why
no
are we on
pressure.
Mercy? Why have we picked? It's just. I love Mercy, guys. I love Mercy Overwatch.
Yeah, so I mean,
love-
this game did also make Peach just rage quit this team as well.
Pigeon has rage quit the team. This is what one map on Mercy does to a player.
I love guys. Ban Mercy every game.
But I mean, like Jake obviously is quite a big laser for their own team, but I mean, clearly in chat did play quite well as well.
Yeah, like
Oblivion Kato as well. They had a really good clearing here, I think. You know, they somehow managed to carry Jake to a 2-0 win.
Oh my god.
In
Oh
2025.
my god, it hurts to watch. The Hazard player plays himself. Why are we struggling here? Wait, but Slimy getting dirty with
Yo.
Look, my character was released after 2018. Jace has no idea how to play the character.
Nah, fair.
It's just how that works.
Like the only character
Jace
Jace has learned past 2018 is Ram. That's it.
Yeah.
The block character.
Still have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, still have to be.
But
Also, the block.
Now this
Not
meow
only are we on
person,
Mercy,
bro,
not
they
only are
lost-
we on Mercy, we have this fuck ass weapons.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, bro.
I have a message for
remind you guys,
Prod.
like, if
I
you-
have a message for Prod. If this skin is ever in the game, can we not POV it? Can we not POV it? I want to send this little shit flying.
I would actually fucking 10-foot that shit across the room. Like you don't understand how much I hate that thing's face, and I want to shoot it every time I see it. Like,
Dude.
it makes me angry. It makes me angry, bro.
I just want to remind you guys.
Wait.
After the Valk, we got Moira Mercy as like the backline, and like that's where I knew like this team was really confused of what to do. Like they just
We're
didn't.
playing balls, like as Tox points out in chat. We're playing balls, Sojin, like Freya. Like ball has no follow up. Ball has no help. Ball can't make any space. Ball gets no care. Ball gets absolutely nothing. Maeda's just rolling around the map, getting shot at because there's no follow up. Like there's no threat of any kills. We're just shooting our guns, and they're just not dying. Like there's nothing. There's no kill pressure.
I don't know what
like,
the thought was. I don't know what the thought was with this comp. I feel like you're just doing everyone on the team dirty. Like I feel like all these players know or have other characters they could be playing that are better here. I don't know who called it this comp, but like it was not, and just made everyone look absolutely terrible on this map. I feel like it's just a disservice to all of them.
In the interest of time, we could wrap on this game.
Yeah, I mean, I said my stuff already.
The other
We say the
game
thing.
that we wanted to talk about, which is obviously Requiem versus Daybreak.
Okay.
Say young cut.
Okay, before they go off on anything else, in terms of the match itself, I mean, just like holy shit, Requiem just literally just like barreled through Daybreak.
Yeah.
They literally just like destroyed them. I'm fine with saying that they're the best team of their bracket now. They have no one to really oppose them, I feel.
Hello, Laura. Member of
Yo, what's
Daybreak.
up?
Would you like
I
to
will now
discuss?
let Laura like explain like his thoughts, like what happened in this match to get better context.
I mean, we were just unprepared for that first map, and we didn't properly swap at all to counter it. Like, we just didn't decide to swap to anything that could actually take them going as 5, which is like, it's literally just like time difference. I don't know, like
Time difference. What do you mean by that? Everybody started together.
when one team has a significant amount of time in scrims over another, it's a little bit rough
Really?
to
What? No way.
come back from certain things. Rialto was genuinely
really
a really
rough. Like they just walked on you like every single time.
like we just played it incorrectly, like as a map for that one. But
I mean, I think you just need to let Carver play Reaper. I mean, especially here, if you just went more of a Reaper, I think it's good. But also, I
was
want
calling for us to just play Ramcast Reaper and just absorb the dive and blow him up.
I do want
But
to take a more
we
neutral, like
just
a bit more
took
of a neutral
forever to
stance on
talk.
this one though. I think the Requiem did play really well there. I think that
No, they
fight
did play well.
especially
Yeah.
was like a really good fight from them.
Mm.
They had really good.
yeah.
They had really
Requiem
good.
did play very well. Like,
Yes, they did.
This
They
match.
had really good team
Like-
play for some reason.
Okay.
They had really
Yeah,
good
like,
like-
Okay.
and they have really good they have really good dives. They're really good
I'm
at
betting
diving.
I
this
know you
fight.
guys
Like,
are gonna go
they're-
off of this. I just want to give like one more point before they go off, like, especially on the ban. I do think the team is not as worth off. I want to give a little bit of prop because I know like everyone's comparing Sayon to Amigo, like they don't look as good, but I think the team is better integrating Amigo into their roster. So I think they'll be fine, even if if they don't have a tank immediately, they'll be fine with Amigo for their next matches. They'll continue to do good. But I'll let you guys now like go off on like what your thoughts are.
Well, the
Especially-
issue is right. Saying is like their tank. Amigo is just like it's a different game when Amigo's in, and
But
it's like
I
even
don't
like
think it's
sure
as bad as it was before. Like when like, the first few weeks, I think he looks better, and like the team looks better around him now.
he looks better, but it's still the fact of like you're low key down. Like what I can only assume is your shot caller based on the way that they play. And it's like obviously when you're a dive OTP team versus and you get an extra 2 months of scrim time, it's definitely a lot harder to contest when you're a draft team. Apparently Boop is the IGL. Okay. Point still stands. Dive team with practice, good. Thumbs up. Yeah, no. Now we can actually have the argument in chat.
Oh yeah.
And
A quick correction.
like I see Kat talking about nobody drafting the players Lucky wanted, but we've already seen
Yeah.
one ban hit the
One
board.
one of your
because
players
of-
have literally got
genuinely
fucking punished for that.
I
Like,
just want
yeah,
to,
so-
before you go
Almost
further, I
like
just want
we
to
were
give a quick
told
correction.
they can't speak English.
I was gonna say quick correction
Like-
before, like apparently Boop is the one who's like chilling actually for this team, so I think actually they'll be fine still. But like carry on.
I mean,
That
yeah. So
argument's completely invalid when, like, I know speaking from my stance as one of the captains and everything, we reached out to the players. We reached out to almost all the players on Requiem, and they responded saying, "Oh, we have zero availability. We don't want or like in Seyung's case, they literally just said they can't speak English and they have zero availability. Like, I mean, like that entire team reported they were not able to play for BPL very much. Like,
yeah,
no
there's
one's
a
going
lot.
to draft that.
And
Like,
I'm not going to speak on the players that haven't been punished because innocent until proven guilty. But for
Some of them I feel like
Sejong
legitimately have
in
not done anything,
particular-
which is why I've like not been
Sejong in
appointed.
some of them,
particular,
yeah,
and-
some of them do. I do.
But
feel
that's
like
why
are
I don't want
fine,
to
but-
speak too harsh on Requiem in general, because like some of those players are just like they're chilling, they're fine. Like I feel like maybe some of you have issues in them, but I feel like I don't really have issues with like they've been like staying in their lane for the most part.
Some of
It's
them.
just like some of them just have done stuff which I don't agree with personally. That's it.
A lot of them you can tell come from console because like they've got that console player mentality.
No, there's only one in console. There's only one.
No, not
Yeah,
currently, but a lot of them come from console and are on PC now. from
I
what I've
mean,
heard.
I don't think that's really goes into it too much. Like, I think. That maybe
Well, it's
the
less
way
a play
Pop-
thing and more of like a mentality thing.
Maybe. But like, I mean, for me personally, like, I just like I don't know if Sejong's from console or not, but I think for Sejong in particular, like that has been punished for it. It goes from months prior speaking perfect English, fluent sentences in other servers, and then saying, "Oh, I use ChatGPT for when who was it that contacted them?
Hera.
Hera.
and
Yeah. Contacted them, and then literally like you look in this server and they speak in literally one word. It's one word, and it's like very obviously like attempted broken up English, and you look at them and talking in other servers and they're speaking full sentences, and like and what Tok said, it's like we're not saying your first language isn't English. We're saying like Tok said, like you I can't remember exactly what the words that Tok said, but
Manipulating draft stock.
no, like they're what's the word where you like making it more than what it is?
Oh, you're hamming it
Yeah,
up.
hamming it. Yeah, hamming it up.
Hamming it up. Yeah, you're hamming it up. Like you're hamming it up because like I'm not saying your English isn't perfect. I don't doubt that you're Korean, and I don't doubt that your first language is Korean, and maybe you're not as good as English as native English speakers. But you speak English. You have been speaking English in the past. Stop acting like you're not fucking speaking English, because like I said, it's just fucking childish. Like And like no one and like people have said in the past, no one would have drafted them anyway. They still would have probably got the same team, and
you
we
probably
wouldn't
paid
be
like a little bit
hating
more,
like
but you probably still would have got them. It's fine. It's just like
Yeah, but you had
we're just
160
annoyed, like
100
angry that you like participate in doing that specifically.
you had 100. Yeah, you had 160k. It's not. I don't care that you're winning. I don't care that you're doing well. I don't care that you're better or worse than me. I really don't give a shit. It's just about sportsman-like conduct and like just being fucking respectful
Yeah.
to like the
And
community
I
and like
that
people.
yeah. And I think
Is
that
it-
is what a lot of people have as a gripe against the people in the Requiem circle. Is that look, I think, as long as you were being respectful about it, then most people don't care. But a lot of people in like that circle and similarly are a bit, they sort of just go out of their way to be, a bit annoying or over the top and
Yeah.
sort of aggravate people. And that's
Be,
what
just
people
be a
don't
normal
like.
fucking, just be a normal
Like-
fucking human being, and people will treat you like a normal fucking human being. But like,
Like,
it's not.
I was in the Taylor channel the other day, literally having a fine conversation with a few of you guys. Like, I don't hate on you guys because, like, if you guys are gonna be respectful, which you guys were, and I appreciate that because I think some of you guys are actually probably cool and, probably unfortunately linked into the circle, which makes it a bit unfair on you guys. But I think,
Mm.
yeah, it's like.
I
Yeah,
just want to
but-
point out as well, like Lucky's like saying, like giving some further context that maybe like someone like just acted on his own doing that, and if that's the case, that is just like not on you guys. That's unfortunate. It's just like I don't know how you would have like weeded that out, but like that probably should like you probably someone should probably approach you and probably should like also act on it. But like if he did that on his own, that is just like unfortunate and bad on him. And like I don't know what much to say, but other than like that's just like unfortunate. You probably shouldn't have got that much heat for that. But like most of us just did not know that. We assumed that you acted as on that.
I think overall it's just really bad optics, like because the issue is a lot of the members of like that group are very antagonistic and, for lack of a better term, annoying. Like some of you guys, like Moon was saying, are a joy to talk to and like can have real conversations, like and like be people that like we want to like people want to talk to. But then there's other members of the group that are just make it incredibly difficult to. It's just bad optics. Like the way that they conduct themselves puts a bad impression, since a lot of the players in that group are newer to the community, and therefore because they already have their own circle, the view of one very commonly affects the view of the others. So it just makes it really difficult to kind of separate the good ones from the bad ones. Just saying it simply, for lack of a better way of saying it. And it's like it makes it very, very annoying for like some people. Like we literally have people arguing in Twitch chat about like PC versus console.
Yeah.
Like
It's
just
an unfortunate
bad
generalization, but like it's based off some kind of some precedents or like actual real experiences. Like we're sorry. I'm sorry. Like personally, for me, sometimes it is a bit based off of some precedents. I'm sorry if like maybe I've been too harsh on like some of the players. Like, said something out of line, like joke. I didn't mean not a joke, but I shouldn't have any shit being saying. It's just like unfortunate, just like based off like things that have happened before.
Right. Yeah. So I think we did get a bit derailed with this conversation, but I think we could quickly go over the rest of B League and we can do our final wrap up. I mean, School of Rock, Aurora, close game. I say close game. I think Aurora did just look better throughout most of this match, especially on Geurwache. I mean, Dor had a really good ball performance. Wave, I think, had a really good performance. He got MVP for the series. Aurora continued to look good in this group. Borealis toward Nurture, obviously Borealis. One of
the Nurture of their new
trying
tank
to find their
Nurture
feet, and
do
Nurture
have the
did
new
have the new tank game.
did they? Okay.
And I think Nurture looked slightly better, but obviously don't have much time with their new tank. I think Camp Jump, Heart, and Birdwatch we briefly touched on. And then C League, I mean, we don't really have much C League reps, but Groningen.
C League, I felt was most of the time. I think most would agree. C League was just like the better team was put against like the much weaker team for this week.
Jinx roster lost.
Every better team was basically got put up and like put a 2 on the other team.
I will say, hot off the presses, Noctis does have a new player coming in, I believe.
Fair.
So
Yeah.
maybe Noctis starts feeling a bit better after that.
Putting them against Umfi is like a
Um,
pretty rough ask as well, as like your first teammate to play against.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Nurture's new tank does look very solid in the scrim that we've played against them, and then like Boa's looking like the favorite in Sealy right now.
Yeah, I
have
think
they
Boa is
dropped
by
have
far
they
the
dropped a
most-
game or a map or like anything? What's the
I think they
record
might
on
have
that?
dropped maybe a map. They dropped a map to Umfi.
They
and
dropped two
a Terra
maps.
thing.
Okay.
They might.
so
I
it's
think
like-
they'll probably drop one to Terra. They might drop one to Goatmen, but I think Barricador will just win that. But obviously we do have the Toilet Bowl for this week, which is a match we can highlight now before we wrap. One of these teams will get their first series.
Okay, yeah.
win.
Give your prize, but I think That Bear is winning this like 2-1. Like we can start doing our
I-
rapid-
You
we can
you
do-
think Theranos is taking a map?
I think that bear does probably win this.
at the
I
very least think
agree.
That Bear. I think Ceranos can maybe like pull a map depending on one of the rosters. When one of the rosters is in. I don't think like they are winning this though. There's a difference between a team that can like actually take maps and a team that hasn't got a map yet so far. You know?
Yeah, and then I think if we want to highlight another match, I think Red Bandit's Camp Jump Hut will be an important one. Obviously, this affects the bottom of the standing
Yeah,
for.
this is a really important match.
I
for them.
think IMO. I think Jump Shot wins 2-1.
I think Jump Hut.
Wait, what's the maps? What's the maps? That's important.
Rialto,
for-
Busan, Hollywood. I can see Jump Hut 2-0 this.
I think Jump Shot win it out. I think Bandas take a map, but I think Jump Shot just bans Hazard on Rialto to put Nidus out of a job, and then they should just be able to scale off that.
I mean, yeah.
Laura, your thoughts?
People things. Give me. I don't know who's gonna do it. I feel like it's not gonna be close. I think it's just gonna be 2-0. One of the ways. Like I just see like this happening, and then one team gets an advantage, and the other team can't adapt. Like that's just what will happen for this one. And it's like either team could do it, I think, but it just it's gonna be a struggle bus.
I'm personally giving it to Jump Shot 2-1. I think they'll probably be able to also just handle Red Bandits like just kind of based off Red Bandits form. They're still missing Jen as well, which I think is important. As well, I just think maybe like D-Ban has that like, and like some of them the diver maps like they do tend to put Trisky in, which I think Trisky is good. I just don't know if the team doesn't look as good or like as prepped as like when Nice is in, which they really like to have in.
Yep. And then one more match for B League. I think Blind Music versus Bluff Creek will be a very interesting one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so fire! It's gonna be so fire. I will be there. I will be watching no matter what.
Quick hot predictions just down the board.
I mean,
Yuki, you don't have to give your input on this one.
I'm gonna
if
get the
you-
go to conference, Yuki. You will win this. You will win this. You do too well.
if I pick
Cool about
Haz, I would-
music.
if I pick Haz, I would 2-0 this because that character's easy and will kill
Yeah.
everyone. So if
Yeah,
I play
and
Haz, I will 2-0.
Oh no,
If I
Has
don't,
never mind 2-1 then.
Yeah. And then I think just very quickly, Frog on Fire versus Primal Pineapple. Is
I'm excited.
like
I'm
the
so
match
excited. This is gonna be such a
that's
good
a good
game.
match. That is a good
This could be
match, yeah.
such a good game to watch.
I don't
think
know.
I think it might be
Laser was
2-0.
saying stuff.
I think it might
I
be
don't know if
Pineapple.
like I know was he back actually for a little bit before he leaves again? or
Laser
is
is
it-
not back.
Okay, no.
Laser might be back for this match. Laser might be back. It's,
What day is the match on? Sunday? Ooh, maybe.
they said they're catching a flight, which might be able to let them get there on time. So if Laser's there, I think it'll be a much closer match. But if they don't have Laser there, I think Frog on Fire win 2-1.
I disagree. I think even without Laser, Primal wins
Yeah,
2-1.
I was gonna say because like based off like even like the Polaris game, I think like Primal's gonna like maybe like utilize bans better, and it's like, what's the map pool that's looking like as well? Because I think that factors in as well. But I think
We have Root, Li Jiang, and Dumbani.
for Li Shang and Bonnie, I kind of like the pool. I mean like, Root you can maybe ban out like do you really like to play a lot, and then get a pickup, and then similarly you can maybe like have a good map ban for like Li Jiang.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
very it's
And
it's toss up if they go to like Nimbani, but like I think Primal's is gonna get this one.
And then obviously to wrap it up, we have to pick an MVP or an LVP each. So we'll start with Duchdale. Who is your MVP or LVP for the week?
MVP, LVP. Let me refresh my memories. We talked about one player who like paid for the cafe. Who was the other one on Terrapin? Right, there was one player.
It was.
It's-
It was what
it
in
was-
week?
No, it's not Team Week. It's like Lily and Starboy. Where is it? Okay, no, Pika. Yeah, shout out Pika. You for paying for like on the second map in, like they had to pay as well to from the cafe to have 1 more hour just to win the match. Anything for the game.
Dude,
Yeah.
I hope the team crowdsourced Pika's hour.
Everyone doing it indulge.
Okay, yeah. Laura, do you have an MVP or LVP for the week?
Toasty for me. Like, I rang for Mothmania, so like it's not like they didn't have a hit scan, but like they played insane.
Okay. I thought we
Like,
could I put an exclamation mark in chat there.
Cobalt.
I saw Tech at like trying to stream Overwatch back in like 2019 off the
TTV
Nvidia.
Tectonico W. TTV Tectonico W. Go
Like,
follow right now.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Cobalt, do you have an MVP?
I have an LVP. Is that okay?
Yep.
Yep.
I want an LVP.
Meow. Get off Mercy.
Yeah, that
Drop
would
by.
have been
Okay,
one of
send
mine
tweet.
as well.
Well,
Send
that was
tweet.
gonna
Mercy
be
player.
mine. That was gonna be
Yuki.
mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, no. Mine's gonna be that fucking Mercy skin. Just to that Mercy weapon.
the Mercy mythic weapon.
Like they would have won that match.
The skin or the
It's not
like
even
the little
weapon
demon itself?
Yeah,
or
the little
skin as a
demon
whole?
inside the
the
skin.
weapon skin, the entire weapon skin, like all of it. Just kill it. Just actually murder that fucking skin. That's all I have to say.
And then, I mean, honestly, I think I might have to give mine to Twisted this week because Twisted, I think, did put up
Yeah,
a fucking
Twisted,
monstrous performance
He
this
did, he
week
did.
against Daybreak. Sorry to rub it in, Laura, but Twisted was fucking really good this week, I think.
one of them.
So,
had to.
yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, you got your win. You got your win against us, even though it wasn't your team. So at least you won something.
I didn't know Twisted was on Jar Jar Dinks.
I was
That
even
roster
this week.
good.
I was even this week. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
that
think
will
lucky
be it
for
for this week. It is now 8 p.m. We have scrims to go to. We ran over a little bit because of the entire debate, but
We
thank
apologize
you
for
guys
like how rushed this
tuning
was, but
in.
like maybe next time we will get hooked on rank games and miss the deadline to get on.
We won though, but we won
Oh my
though.
god.
Maybe next time people won't pretend they're
Okay,
in a
come on.
ranked
Now
game when they're not.
let's win a scrim. How about that?
Right.
We won last scrim. I got to play Weaver.
True. Okay.
I am going to my scrim. Thank you guys.
All right. see you
GG's.
all.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Bye.